Good morning. We are still really trying to get a blue hook chain. I wouldn't mind the Tesla shirt either, but I have gotten blue or purple of almost everything here, and I just want a blue um, hook chain. Try it out on a build. I meant to queue up for private. Okay. New growth.
Press the button to start your run. 5, 4.
Testing out different boots with this build because I'm pretty happy with the build itself. I want boots. Oh, those are 20-second cooldown. Yeah, that's gonna work then. I might end up just going with the Rollins.
Ambush. Magnet available. Magnet used.
I love the slide. I love the effect of it. I'm looking for, with this build, something small mobility with decent cooldown. Probably just hitting those. Probably be happy with anything 12 seconds or less. Oh my god, I can't hit any of that stuff. So weird.
Defend the time capsule.
Right. This is one of my favorite boots now. It just feels really good. Really solid. We'll take the cooldown. I kind of feel like the stun on hit might have been a better choice.
Time capsule saved.
We'll take a purple damage, although getting our charge upgraded as soon as possible is a good thing.
Slime appeared. Slime defeated. Health pack available. Health
The
restored.
turret takes damage very quick. You gotta be careful where you put it, and I still put it in places that are not safe enough. To put put it further back, protect it. It just doesn't have very good range, so it's kind of tricky to use properly. Got short range, and it's fairly weak. And if you get it in the right place and give it time to spool up, it does very good.
%50 tangle remaining until boss is summoned.
Oh, weird.
Minutes remaining until timeline collapse.
One nice thing about the Rollins chess piece also is that you can keep using your Gatling gun during it. I think. Yeah.
Double speed.
If you're not moving. I was moving there.
Magnet available. Magnet available.
The texture's all screwed up here, which is kind of weird.
Magnet used.
Not much shield. 73 shield for like 1 second. Is not much to speak about. And they killed it anyway.
Speed pack available. Double speed. 25% tangle remaining until boss is summoned. Stand on the pressure plates.
Healing here.
Reward secured.
We're faster shooting, faster spool up time, better range. Here's what 4 gets you. I've never gotten it before. Yeah, that's much faster. Pretty good.
%, tangle remaining until boss is summoned. Pick up the parts. Reward secured.
Not getting a lot of upgrades this particular run.
Tangle remaining until boss is summoned. The boss has spawned.
We might die. We got a little greedy there. Just stand here. Yep. Got enough firepower to pull it out even after a mistake. It's good. Wow. Boots that have a very high charge rate, like low cooldown. Don't know. I wish you could look at that here, you know? See if anybody has put together a list on the Discord. Definitely the kind of thing that should already exist. These aren't bad, in part because they stack, like you can get more than one go of it. That doesn't add any mobility. This is fairly fast and it heals. This is pretty fast. It doesn't really help. It gives crit damage, but that's not really what I'm after, but might be worth it from the mobility standpoint, right? For portals, that's not helping. The roll is probably going to be the best bet. I don't know what the cooldown on that one is, but it feels like it's long. This doesn't dash very far. This one's not bad. This one's not bad either, and it does good damage, so that might be one to look into. Problem is, I just need the numbers, and this doesn't give it to me. Not much mobility with the Roland one. This is 0 mobility. It just done a heal circle. I mean, that's good, but it's not what I'm looking for. Skateboard takes you out of it, and that defeats what I'm trying to get out of it. This heal one might not be terrible. I don't know how much move it adds during the actual. Cooldown's 18, so it's too long anyway. And it doesn't say it adds move. The ability? I don't know. I forgot. Some of these we can get a cooldown because there's cards that upgrade the cooldown. Yeah. That one goes to 14 after the first upgrade. So the first one is probably 15 or 16. It's weird that we have no way of looking. I see, that's too long. It is nice that it has extra stacks, though. I feel like this one's a long cooldown, but I could be wrong. The cooldown doesn't even get faster. Yeah. This one doesn't actually add. There's no mobility to it, and it's a long cooldown. I feel like this one's probably 20 seconds. Nope. 16 or so. Goes down to 14. Not terrible. So the roll doesn't get any faster, but I think it starts off at like 7 seconds, maybe 8, which is just really good. Get faster. Yeah. 15 seconds down to 14. It's not terrible since it also gives a heal, right? Again, good damage, so not as bad. Almost 20. It's not going to work. Aren't very many left. 16 is not bad. Second. No idea on the cooldown on that one. We might have to look into it. Bull Rush. 14. I think the only one with fast. That's no mobility at all. This is pretty long too, right? Cooldown 15. Most of them are at 15. It's kind of standard, it looks like. I think the roll's the only one that consistently will get what I want. Where you at, roll? getting it upgraded. Need blue plant.
Press the button to start your run.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. Yeah, 7 seconds. Really not bad. Let me just roll, shoot, roll, shoot. And it's not a teleport, so it doesn't skip picking stuff up. The problem that the teleports have.
Temporal paradox unleashed.
I think that the roll's going to be the best for what I'm looking for.
Defend the time capsule. Bomb available. Bomb detonated. Time capsule saved.
It's interesting. That was a purple upgrade, but I didn't see any numbers that were different from the blue upgrade of the same type. Might not matter on that particular card. Have to check that. When they're following you, you can put that down. Just not a lot of them. I guess it says the added bonus of it does a little damage and it gives you a pretty decent damage boost.
Gilded slime appeared. Gilded slime defeated. Defeat all the enemies. Slime appeared. Reward secured. Slime defeated.
We already got reinforcements 4, that's huge. Big damage. I guess the advantage is if I end up running the medic boots, I could potentially stop running the heal helmet and run a different helmet.
Invulnerability available. Invulnerable. Stand on the pressure. pressure plates. Reward secured.
There's auto attack 3. We still haven't gotten to 4. Maybe we do this time, right?
%50 tangle remaining until boss is summoned.
Makes it tougher to destroy, it does more damage, and it spins out faster and has higher range. These are all really good bonuses. It scales pretty good, it looks like. Clear. Major damage.
Slime appeared. Minutes remaining until timeline collapse. Slime defeated.
This area right here with no textures on the ground just feels so weird.
Pick up the parts.
There's auto attack 4, so it's an extra pierce, more range, and really fast pull up. Less than half a second. Pretty good. Caltrops really isn't doing much damage, though.
Reward secured. 25% tangle remaining until boss is summoned. Health pack available.
With the healing, though, I'm not sure we needed it right now. So we'll compare this build with using a different helmet and going with like the heal boots, right? We need some form of healing. That might work fine. Might even get more damage out of it, right? Although these boots do add quite a bit of damage because they hit when you roll. Well, I don't know for how much. Pretty good damage. Almost the same as a bullet. And it sends out several. So it hits when you roll, but then it gives you a sizable damage increase. We're doing 761, and then it drops to 609. That's like a 15-20% functional damage boost. I think it's listed as higher. Gotta stop using the caltrop when I should be shooting. It's good when you use it on the move, because you can't shoot on the move normally. It's kind of a waste otherwise. Okay, so now we get 3 charges, way more damage, way faster spin up, and way better range. In fact, that range might be on par with what our minigun was before the upgrades, which is pretty sizable for sure. Right. And it does shoot out the back too when you roll away from things, which I kind of.
10%
We'll keep this in
tangle
mind,
remaining until boss
and
is
we'll
summoned.
experiment with maybe a heal ring, heal pants, and then take a damage helmet of some sort. The thing is, we don't really need help on the boss. And one of the downsides of a lot of the really good helmets is they don't do much on the boss, right? But we don't need much help on the boss because the Gatling gun actually is like super strong on. We get that blue. Hello. Yeah.
Double speed. The boss has spawned.
Okay. Boss is gonna spawn, and we're going to go nuts here and do this, 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 and shoot. Yeah, see, that's crazy. And of course, the good thing with the regen is we do heal total. Okay, so we'll get a coffee refill and we'll try it the other way. I need to see if anybody has suggested locking the cursor. Locking. You see one other person complaining about it. That's it. I'm gonna put an official feedback here. Got it. All right. Cool, cool. All right. Grab coffee and be right back. The amount of coffee I've spilt this week is honestly kind of crazy. Certainly not good. Okay, so if we're going to... I like this build a lot. We do need to upgrade these legs. But if I was to run the heal boots, we would put on heal power. It just worked, yeah. It looks so similar, it's hard to tell. And we put on heal boots. And then we have full options of helmets, right? There's a lot of really good ones too. The Roscoe helmets aren't bad. I don't really want one that when I get hurt, they do better. They're just kind of eh. This one's not terrible, but one of the weird things about this is you have to pick up the coin, which I don't think I like how that one is. That reminds me, I'm gonna put that into the suggestions as well. What is that item called exactly? It is called Draconis' Horns. All right. Feedback and suggestions. Sorry for stopping. Trying to make the game the best it can be. That does involve a lot of feedback. Okay, so helmets, that would be good. I don't know if this one does enough, right? It's extra, it just pulses out damage every now and then based on how much you've done. This is more healing based on every enemy killed. That's not terrible. That would mean that we would put on attack ring, probably, instead of the heal ring, since we would then be using that for healing, right? Roscoe's is just solid damage that I don't think goes away, so that would stay during a boss fight. This is just extra gold and XP, which the XP helps even while leveling. It does help us heal. There's potential there. I don't have a whole lot of blue. This one's for kills, right? Yeah, the more killing you do more and more damage. This one's not bad. Doesn't help on the boss fight, but again, that's not really that huge of a deal. This does very, very low damage. Don't worry about that part. But it does grant shields, and the actual stats on it aren't bad. And the fact that it looks cool and currently is one of my only good purple helmets. Those are all reasonable reasons. This is just extra health per kill. Yep, I mean, that's not terrible. The extra crit for everything around you could obviously be good. Smiting things around you. This has the double benefit of helping the boots heal and doing damage. That's actually a pretty good candidate for what I'm trying to accomplish, I think. Other than that, I'm not sure. That one's not terrible. Global damage based on the last time you took damage. The vacuum hat might be fine once you get a better version of it. Same with the archer's hat. Just faster move speed when you don't have people near you and do more damage based on your move speed. I could see those being pretty good. In fact, that might be ideal because you just move faster when you need to move faster, right? When nothing's around you. Pretty good. Which helmet came with the Gatling gun anyway? I don't think I have it, right? Yeah. I don't think I even have it. Let's see what the set is. Yeah, I don't have that one yet. Yeah, maybe we'll try and get that and see what that's like. Let's go look at a room. Look at what it has on it. Yeah, there's a few helmets I don't even have yet. Tesla, we do have that one. Gas mask. There it is. What does this do? Increase your armor based on the number of enemies nearby. See, that would be fine. Not exciting, but it would work just fine. I think all the rest of these we have had or tried. Yep. So I'm kind of looking at maybe the Smite helmet. Tesla Archer. Glick. That might really be it. Where's oh, and the Crit and Roscoe, yeah. Although the other one that has potential, I think, maybe Rollins helmet, right? Doesn't it? Gives damage reduction. Small amount of damage reduction per squad level, and an emergency emergency don't die when you're about to die, which, I mean, that's not terrible. Hopefully you wouldn't need it, right? Alright. So for now, let's try. We have a blue one. We have a blue Roscoe. And that's it out of the ones I mentioned. We would have to step down to green, which affects, you know, how good it is for comparison. And we have a green Smite helmet, Archer helmet. So let's try the Roscoe one first. We can also see, is this enough healing, right? Obviously, I would like to get it leveled up. Level it a little bit. Say a little bit. We'll go to 10. I don't think we can ascend it yet. Yep. Gonna change who we are. The Roscoe. The eye patch. Yeah. See how this goes. I'd like to do the same one to see how it goes, but at the same time, I kind of want to try and get, yeah, see both of these I want. And the other helmet, was it medieval? Yeah, there's the archer one. And the smite one. Okay, so we got two here. This is the one that has two at once in Trash Town, right? So we'll go here. See how it goes. It should be a little easier anyway, so it might not be the best example. But I mean, if it doesn't heal well enough on a lower difficulty, it's certainly not going to heal well enough on a higher one by ourselves.
Press the button to start your run.
Boom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Bomb available.
Any questions?
Thank you for the follow and welcome. Hope you're having a great day.
Detonated.
We are going to be using the dash for mobility, not just healing. Hopefully that doesn't mean when we need to heal we don't have it available, but it could. Just gotta learn to play that way. I'm very addicted to the game, honestly. Not very good at it, but I've been playing a lot of it.
Invulnerable.
Weird not having regen because I've gotten spoiled. That was what most of my builds were. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of things that need fixed, like bugs or just weird stuff. But man, it's fun, very addictive. I have trouble playing with mouse keyboard just because I'm old and I have arthritis, but as soon as I get gamepad support, I may never play another game. Appreciate you stopping in. More people we get playing, the better, because you know, one of the other downsides of the game right now is just matchmaking's not great. Part of that, of course, is not enough people, but very fun, and I see a lot of potential. Right now I'm experimenting on I've been kind of relying on the hey, big raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
Any questions?
Appeared.
Appreciate all of you. Every little bit matters. I'm a little groggy still, so sorry about that.
Slime defeated.
Waiting on the coffee to take effect, you know?
Invulnerable.
Always love raids. Yeah, I've been using the EMS mask as a crutch, really, because nice. Because especially when you're solo, like, you can just get such high regen numbers that even in combat, you're invulnerable. So it really,
Secured.
I get used to it. Yeah, the game's definitely got something special going on. And honestly, if they can hurry up with things, I don't know what kind of contract they have where they have to be on Epic for a while or what have you, but if they could get gamepad support in, get cross-play, cross-progression, and get this on as many platforms as possible soon, I think this could really explode. Because this is the kind of game that would blow up on consoles.
Ambush.
It would blow up on Steam. And, you know, there's no PvP. There's no reason that consoles and PC can't play together and be fine. I think they really got something special here. Yeah, we just need cross progression, because I wouldn't mind buying it again on Steam. But if I have to start over, I probably won't, right? Same with on console. I would rather play it on my Xbox. It's a lot easier to stream if I'm playing on the console. Because my PC doesn't have to work as hard. This game doesn't stream as well for me. But if I have to start over, that's a pretty big downside, you know.
50% tangle remaining.
And I've got a lot of friends that won't play until it's on Steam,
How's it hanging?
and then I've got some friends that already bought it and won't buy it again if they can't just keep playing, right? They'll go from playing it a bunch to not playing at all. So I'd rather not see that.
Ambush.
Yeah, I mean, just the variety of weapons we have already. It's going to be amazing when if we can get more. And the sky's the limit as far as, like, we could have a lot of characters and weapons in this game. And I honestly wouldn't even be averse to them doubling up on some effects and stuff and moving it to other pieces. Like, we could have a character that has similar abilities but on a different piece.
10 minutes
You
remaining.
can even make
until
them
time
stack,
lasts
make them not
elapsed.
stack, whatever. For example, the you know, health regen in combat is currently only available on a mask. Most of the XP stuff's only on mask. Could be interesting if, like, maybe there's boots that do that on a new character. Stuff like that. I guess the only other real downside of the game right now is just documentation's a little weird. Like, there's a lot of things that aren't explained. Healing seems okay right now.
Ambush.
Trying to see if these heal boots, as is, can make up for the,
Slow is available.
yeah, see, I took a lot of damage there. Granted, they're just greens. Or I guess the boots are blues.
Enemies slowed. Pick up the
parts.
parts.
Hate being not mobile though. I was kind of looking at
Reward secured.
trying to find the best boots to go with my playstyle on the Gatling gun. And right now it might be Roscoe's just because they're available often. I'm trying to piece that together, you know. Yeah, definitely appreciate the raid. Welcome to everybody. Currently, this is the only game I'm really streaming, but I stream tons of games and tons of different times a day, though. This is my normal time. On the eastish coast of the U.S. This is morning here. I get used to reading chat more. Don't always have a lot of viewers early in the morning, so I have a bad habit of not looking over as often as I should. Got really lucky. My first purple weapon was the Gatling gun, which probably might very well be my favorite. I'm trying to get a decent quality hook chain because there's a build I'm working on for the hook chain that I do think has potential. But I can't really test that unless I get a better one. But it's a basically a gold farm build. Runs the dragon helmet. I'm a little bummed to find out that the dragon helmet only counts gold you pick up even in a multiplayer game. That feels really weird. Especially because so much of the game is like, you know, it doesn't matter who grabs what. There's no fighting over shit. But when you have that, and nobody else has anything that triggers off of it, it does kind of feel like a, you know, it's going to cause people to yell at their teammates for grabbing gold. Like, did you not want health? We don't need anything that encourages people to fight amongst themselves, I think. Right. Storms can definitely be rough. That's another place where having the regen helmet is really, really strong. Because with enough health regen, you can literally just stand in the storm. It's very satisfying. And just not worry about it.
10% tangle remaining until boss is summoned.
Not min-maxing and grabbing every bit of XP. Since that's not really what I'm going after for these runs. More testing the build. This chest piece is pretty good with the Gatling gun because it's straight up you can shoot both, right, same time. Similar to how with the vibe, like any of the vehicles are really, really strong because you keep using the vibe while you're in the vehicle. Borderline broken on some of them. Turns the little lumberjack wolves into a bit of a terror. Alright, we got boss. I did not get everything fully upgraded this time. I'm really not getting okay. Right. I haven't fought this guy in a hot minute. I can't just tank it. Got spoiled in some of these others. We kept shooting. It's bad. We really keep shooting. I'm gonna fucking lose. Man! That was a pretty big error on my part. Yeah, we screwed that up. I think that the boots were providing enough healing, but I developed some bad habits being able to regen straight through healing without worrying about it, and straight up got me killed. I'm trying to figure out, like, if I have the heal boots, which helmet would be best, right? I'm not even sure. But yeah, the gold build was actually pretty decent. It was the Necromancer chest piece, because at level 3 it gives you get gold coins when you pop the gravestones. So that combined with the helmet, you know, every time you pop gravestones, you also get armor and damage, or armor and health. And then when you're using the hook chain, you constantly get cooldown reduction, armor, and damage. And then, of course, the Necromancer chest piece also gives you cooldown on things back. And the end result was just you're constantly increasing everything for the team. Armor, health, damage, and cooldown. And by the end of a run, you have a pretty substantial amount of all of those. It was pretty good. I don't have any other blue quality or better helmets of the types that I wanted to try. We're going to try... the crit one probably wouldn't be bad either, right? That's a huge damage increase. I think I'm going to try this one. Be a little weird going down to a blue helmet, but we'll see. And we might do some quick play after this. Now we're trying to get... I don't have a decent version of this helmet, and this might be the only piece of gear I have never had. I'm hoping to get it. Oh, I've never had the one that turns you into a ball either. That's not there. Yeah, the spiked ball. Kind of curious to try that one too.
Press the button to start your run.
Alright, we'll see how good the smiting one does. I don't know if it smites for enough damage, but it does make healing stronger too. And I do have the healing. This is where either the rocket boots or the Roscoe's is good, just because when you have the Gatling gun and you use Roscoe's boots, you can actually just really get around and not lose a lot of damage, which I find very appealing. Because you avoid a lot of the setup time, because it lets you set up as you're falling with the rocket boots, which is just really, really strong. And the game is a lot more fun with teammates, but honestly, a lot of the randoms I've played with are kind of frustrating. I wanna help people get better at the game, but at the same time, we get people that just literally run the wrong way or things like that. I don't know that I have the patience sometimes. Start working on getting more charges here. Like, the sentries aren't all that good by default, because the range is really short. But man, I realized with the purple Gatling gun, you can upgrade them, 4 times. The 4th upgrade, they end up having about the same range that you start with the Gatling gun for yourself. Pretty good. There's that weird bug again where I'm stuck on my bike. Well, this fight looked pretty good there. If we can get a better feel for how much it does. Fairly long cooldown on it. One of the other things I wanted to test was if cooldown reduction affects your helmets.
Slime.
I would guess it does, and there are a few of them that I feel would be very, very strong. with the right helmet. Or with the right amount of cooldown, I mean.
Slime defeated.
Enemy. Where? Oh, it was in under the ground. Lovely. Yeah, they need to fix stuff like that. Definitely. A little weird. Thankfully, you can smite them when they're underground. We are behind on. We're behind on XP, which I'm not used to either.
Magnet available.
Probably playing a little different since I'm talking to chat more.
Magnet used.
Definitely not playing as well. Okay, you see this? I'm not hitting anything. How annoying.
Capsule lost.
Little things like that have got to be fixed soon. Because that was pretty annoying.
Double damage available.
Pretty annoying. Okay, yeah, we get a sizable heal from the boots. So that's probably fine. It might be a big enough heal that we could switch. If we were using this helmet, we wouldn't need the healing ring. That's good. Yeah, little things like that are annoying. I know that the SWAT boots often block your own shots. You do that dash and then you've got the riot shields in front of you. And the riot shields will eat your own projectiles. So only a handful of weapons work well with it. Nice, we just missed everything. As intended. But yeah, that one took me a while to realize too. Like I would dash and then none of my shots hit anything. Very frustrating. The triple smite. Pretty big damage increase from the smite.
Defend the time capsule.
I mean, triple smite on one dude feels pretty solid. Sure. Stun on hit, we'll take it. Is there any benefit to the aura getting bigger when you're solo?
Tangle remaining until boss is summoned. 10 minutes
I do wonder about little things like that. It's not all of it's really explained very well. I keep forgetting to look over at the actual damage the smite does.
Temporal paradox unleashed.
Oh.
Slow is available.
That's nasty.
Enemies slowed.
I wish I could turn off the sound when you try and mount up and there's enemies nearby. Annoying, you know? Rather not.
Bomb available. Bomb detonated.
So weird that it smites resources too, right?
Slow is available.
Can't believe I still haven't seen the numbers on Smite. Looking right at it, and my brain's not processing it. XP numbers that time. Interesting. I saw just the 560 something numbers that I get off the Gatling gun here. See if I'm moving when it happens here. Oh yeah, 1300. That's decent for, comparatively speaking. It's almost 3 bullets, right? That adds up. I'm just playing very suboptimally. I apologize. It would be frustrating watching somebody not play well. Reinforcements. The final strike adds quite a bit of extra damage. I think this helmet has potential.
25% tangle remaining
Need a
until
better
bosses
version of
summon.
it, better quality. I think another weapon that's kind of underrated is the crossbow, because just having constant CC with the freezing is pretty good. I ran it briefly with the like lots of ice. Had the archer legs, this chest piece, and the crossbow, and it's just everything I had just freezes. Pretty good.
Temporal paradox unleashed.
A lot of those. See it. Trying to keep the turret alive here so it can actually help me. There we go. Still alive till the storm got here. Something. So much health. Yeah, see, this might help clear that out. I think that might actually be a pretty decent pick if I'm not going to run the region. However, the heal power on it doesn't really help. It doesn't heal itself. So if I'm not running the heal boots, I'm not really getting as much out of it. Also, if any of you happen to know, why does Alpha Andy's drone pants have an upgrade to increase the healing it does when it doesn't do any healing? The only thing I can think of is if heal power affects shields, how much shield you get, then it might make sense, right? But I haven't been able to test that. How to test that. That is the only thing I can think of, because all it does is, you know, increase your magnet range, give you move speed, and give you shields. So why would it need a heal bonus? And it doesn't say global heal bonus, which implies it's just for that
5%
ability.
tangle remaining until boss is summoned. Magnet used.
That turret's gonna be gone before it does anything. Come on. Behind us. Oh my god, it... I turned to put it down, it didn't go. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're probably a little bit here. We wasted 3 turrets. Good times. I don't know if anybody else has that problem where when you hit a button, nothing happens. A little weird. Happens a lot when I'm using the Vibe. Like I'll hit the button to do my sprint or whatever, and it doesn't. Alright. He does not give a shit, really. We lose a lot of DPS since we can't move. I'll shoot him. You can't sit still and just eat that. Well, that does crazy damage, though. There you go. That's where having multiple charges of quick dashes is actually pretty good. So, imagine Adding that to the list of possibilities for this build. There goes the smite again. The archer hat is another one I was looking at because it speeds you up when there's nobody near you, which is when you want to move faster with this particular weapon, because a lot of times you stay back, you know, to keep shooting while the team moves ahead, and then you need to catch up to them, and it would allow that. That's kind of nice. And then the Tesla one, just because, you know, it has the vacuum on it, that's not a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, that was a green quality. I did mean to look at how much damage it actually did. But that was a green quality one, and that wasn't that bad. Other option is the rocket boots. We will try the rocket boots, put the EMS back on, which means putting the regen ring back on. And we'll try this. We'll try this in a let's do a quick play and see what it puts us in. Of course, it'll probably be a normal match. We'll see. I've had it put me in a normal match, put me in a shattered match. I don't know what it's doing. We had 2 people that were power level 4000 show up in a high-end hard match. I don't even think they had it unlocked. I think quick match probably threw them in there. A little rough. If there's any particular weapons you want to see, let me know. I don't mind playing other stuff. I have a bit of altitis and min-maxing anyway, so.
Press the button to start your run.
Boom, boom, boom. And we're solo. I didn't catch what
5,
difficulty we're on. This could be really a waste of time if it's normal.
1, go.
No soon enough. Guess we won't know soon enough, right? Because we one-shot things anyway, but we should be doing more than 185, so maybe this is normal and we're scaled down. Flow through it here. Okay. See, why does it not get me off my bike? This is a very weird bug. Alright? I don't understand that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and
Magnet available.
we're gonna go ahead and exit anyway. I'm gonna change my build. I was hoping it would put us with somebody. But yeah, being stuck on your vehicle feels very weird. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I've never seen that before. We'll just go ahead and pick the map and put it on public, and if it puts us with somebody, it puts us with somebody. I don't know what's going on with Quick Match. I don't know what logic it uses to put you somewhere. I think after this, I might try and do some more work on my that gold build I was mentioning. I think one of the other things I need with it is higher rank. I've got blue quality helmet, chest piece. I don't even remember what boots I was running. Probably the heel boots, because no, it wasn't the heel boots. Yeah, I don't know what boots I had on it. Oh yeah, I do. It was the SWAT boots, because I was using the flail, and the flail works pretty well when you dash into them with the SWAT thing. The flail's another one that's, I don't think it's working correctly. It says you should get a scrap part with each swing, and you just don't. Like, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. A lot of times you don't get anything for several swings. It doesn't feel correct. Okay, so this is a very fun mobile option with the Gatling gun. The blast pack. You don't get a lot of damage out of it because you're not often surrounded at the point that you jump.
Pick up the parts.
It's very mobile,
Reward secured.
especially with some cooldown reduction. You know what? I have never fully upgraded the... Not a big fan of them, typically. They do make you stop shooting. They're not bad if you use them on the move. Can't normally shoot on the move. But yeah, I mean, you land, you're instantly deployed. The blast boots are actually a pretty solid choice for this weapon. But you don't always pick everything up on the way through, right? That's why some of the teleport boots aren't as good, in my opinion. Did you go past resources instead of grabbing them? Whereas, like, something like Roscoe's Roll. Roscoe's Roll, you roll through the resources and grab it. He still does the animation like he's shooting while you're in the air. But I don't know if he is. I don't even know the best way to test that. It's a little tricky, it seems to see right here.
Slime appeared.
I don't think he's shooting while he's in the air, but he shoots as soon as he lands. Nice seeing purple for upgrades. And throwing down a turret while you're in the air is kind of
Slime
fun.
defeated.
Honestly.
Defend the time capsule.
Make it easy when you put them all together. I don't know if we got a patch today or anything. I'm not sure when the next patch is. I'm guessing there's one soon. Feels like that's kind of the cadence they've been doing. It is definitely an advantage of only being on the one platform.
Health pack available.
Easier for them to keep it patched up, right?
Health restored.
It is hard to hit people that are moving with the Gatling gun. Yeah, I ran a bunch of the last Wasteland mission last night, trying very hard to get a blue quality Andy's hook chain. And I ended up with 4 or 5 blue quality medic legs. Very frustrating. The RNG is just not liking me. At one point, it gave me a purple version of the what I find to be probably the hardest to use helmet. The one that does more damage. The longer it's been since you last. It says an enemy nearby. I think it's underground again.
50% tangle remaining.
More damage based on how long it's been since you hurt something, right? Very hard to use. It's good in certain circumstances. It's not bad with the shotgun. It's pretty good with the rocket launcher. But it's hard to use. Very niche. Boy, it was kind of frustrating to get a purple version one when I don't have very many purples to begin with.
Double speed.
Okay, did my turret end up underground? That's weird. I think it might have. I dropped it while I was flying. Let's see, especially if you're not worried about picking up shit. This mobility is really good. But if you want to pick stuff up, it's not so good.
10 minutes remaining until timeline collapse. Slime appeared. Slime defeated.
Both of these are very strong. And most helmets and chest pieces and all that shit stack. I don't think the EMS mask stacks with another person running it. It feels like it just picks whoever had the highest value.
Defend the time capsule.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. It feels weird when you randomly get matched with people that you could just have something that doesn't do anything. Nice of them to run right by me.
Time capsule saved.
9% stun on hit really isn't too bad. We'll try it. When you have a rapid fire weapon, it's really good on the saw blade, the flamethrower. You know, oh, and there's another 9%. 18% stun on hits actually really good. I just wish I knew if it worked on bosses. I'm assuming it doesn't. I don't know that I've ever noticed the boss. Yeah, I mean, that mobility works. Would definitely help you with keeping up with people. Like if I was in a group, they would presumably be grabbing stuff. And it wouldn't just be on me anyway. And I tend to bring a lot of tanky stuff just because when you play with randoms,
25% tangle remaining.
a lot of people just run nothing but DPS stuff. And then, of course, wonder why they're dying. And then you'll have people that all they want to do is heal. So they bring all healing stuff and they're not doing damage or resisting hits. So I find a lot of times if I just bring a bunch of tanky stuff with a little bit of heal, a little bit of damage, the end result, you know what, we're going to go weird here and just stack. 26% chance on each hit is really high. Yeah, I just find that it has helped more in random matches.
Temporal paradox unleashed.
You don't get just build screwed as often. Which definitely happens in some cases. Nobody's prepared. Like, it's different if you're playing with a group of friends, because you can coordinate.
10% tangle remaining until boss is summoned. Magnet available.
I'd like to take the magnet.
Magnet used.
I'd like to take the
Enemy
Whoa.
slowed.
That's the other thing, though. Like, the stun on hit, that's a tank choice, right? Stun on hit, global damage reduction. Since people don't tend to bring any tanky items, they don't have access to those either. And those can go a long way towards keeping a group alive.
Double damage available.
Like, when stun's working properly, you don't even necessarily notice it. You're just taking less damage, right? Same with having higher armor.
Tangle remaining until
You just-
boss is
You don't really notice Other than, hey, I'm not dying, right? Easier to notice things, big damage numbers.
The boss has spawned. Defend the time capsule. Reward secured.
Man. There's something weird going on with my ears. Almost feels like swimmer's ear, but I haven't swam in a very long time. Not the best boss for the Gatling gun, for sure. But I'm really tanky, so I can get away with I can get away with it somewhat. All right. And at some point today, we're going to be pushing Shattered, but it'll probably be after our lunch break, which is probably about an hour from now. Maybe a little sooner, 45 minutes or so. At that point, I will probably hand you guys off to somebody else. But yeah, let me try my my gold build, which we really need to be able to save loadouts, right? I'd love to just be able to like one click go back to this. That would be a lifesaver. But we put on gold there, hook chain here, necromancer here. Don't remember what boots. Yeah, I do. That I didn't remember last time, but I was wrong. Okay, so and then we need the heal ring because the heal from this just isn't quite enough without the heal ring. Probably because it's green quality. And this doesn't really heal much. Technically, it's a support piece, but it doesn't really heal. It gives you just a brief window of getting life on kill. It's a lot of life on kill, but it's such a small one. Okay, so this is going to be considerably harder than my purple Gatling gun. But we will try. Same place. Boss fights in particular are actually pretty challenging with this build. Ugh. Go over here. Again, if you guys have something you want to see, just let me know. I'll try it out. I heard the cat. The goop gun's an interesting one too. Oh, we did get matched with somebody. Nice. Hopefully, they respect the extra cooldowns. They can take advantage of it and enjoy it. I'm gonna open a power bar. I still gotta eat lunch soon, but
Start your run.
got a little bit of low blood sugar. I didn't eat breakfast. I just got up and started streaming. Not always the correct choice.
4.
Are they healer? Yeah, they're
2.
wearing a fair amount of healing stuff.
Go.
Looks like. See, no parts, no parts, no parts, no parts, no parts. I don't get it. It says you're supposed to get a part on every swing, and it is just not true. So I don't know. Kind of weird, right? There's something going on about it. And then by in game, by the end of your run, you're getting so many parts.
Pick up the parts.
Funny, I said parts. But yeah, by in game, you're getting so many parts that like you do 2 swings and you're ready to cast again. I don't understand what's causing it. I like this dash quite a bit. It's very good. It doesn't work well with projectile weapons because it tends to eat them. But there's a fair amount of CC in the build too, which I like. There we go. The sooner we get the gravestones kicking out gold, the more gold we get. I don't know if you've used the Necromancer chest, but when you see that little tick down, go ahead and use your abilities because they're about to get a cooldown reduction. And you want to use this often because it upgrades, permanent upgrades. A little awkward. We're both kind of heal based, so we might be lacking in damage when all is said and done here. I do hate not being able to chase people down. It's not giving us the upgrades I want.
Slime appeared.
Mistimed that by 1 second. It's unfortunate. Still working on it. Yeah, I mean, neither of us are really geared towards taking out this dude.
Stand on the pressure plates.
Okay, so we will get some, yeah, that works.
Reward secured.
Okay, the sooner we get the auto attacks going, the more parts we get. Although, the sooner we get the dragon thing up, the better we get, you know, quicker health and armor bonuses, so. Tough to choose which to prioritize. But any build that slowly makes your entire team tankier is pretty good, in my opinion. Because, again, like I said, that's where a lot of public players are lacking.
Health pack available. Health restored.
Another weird thing is, like, you only get the gravestones on the ones that you get the killing blow on. I can understand why that might be how they did it, but it does feel a little weird. Now we're already getting decent amounts of parts. We're probably going to be limited. Oh, there's one back there. I don't know if they want to do it or not. Because we're not having voice chat kind of sucks.
Double XP. 50% tangle remaining until boss is summoned. Defend the time capsule.
We get a bunch of gravestones around here. Then we pop them. That's not what I want. Yeah, we'll just go global cooldown reduction. Yeah, so it's just an AoE. I think you're invulnerable when you cast it. So it's a couple seconds invulnerability, followed by a burst of damage, a heal over time, and a permanent upgrade. I mean, I think that might be slept on a little bit, honestly.
Health pack available.
What is it?
Health restored. 10 minutes remaining until timeline collapse. Bomb available.
Sorry, I don't have range for that. There we go. Now it adds damage and shields every time I cast it. I like to get that earlier than this. Because then it just starts scaling and scaling and scaling with permanent upgrades. And now, boom, damage and armor. Every time.
Magnet available. Magnet used.
You can see we're killing pretty good considering it's a green weapon, too. I don't know what they have. Obviously, we get some of their stats, too. But they are also using a heal weapon.
Slow is available. Enemy slow.
I don't know why they were running the other way. I think they might have actually just gotten turned around. Chained hook having 2 parts. Well, more gold. I'll take more gold first. Oh, no. Shit. Okay. My bad. Pardon the leg. What I really needed there was the gravestones give gold, because that's what makes this build absolutely pop off on like the sooner you get that and the upgraded flail, the better. Kind of why I wish there were some, either the ability to keep going and things just keep scaling up after the boss. When you have a good run going, right, and you've got good upgrades, it'd be kind of neat.
Health pack available.
It can be frustrating to almost have your build and then the run's over, or to get your build and then the run's over when you do want to keep going. I think some sort of endless mode wouldn't be bad. Just give it like diminishing returns on what you're getting out of it as far as resources.
Slow is available.
These things can be really hard to kill. Weird, that didn't hurt him at all. Those things can end a run if you're not paying attention. Like get 3 of those stacked on top of each other. It'd be brutal. But there it is. Yeah, I needed this earlier because gravestones dropping coins is actually super useful. You pop it here and boom, it's all coins. But the difference here between like single player and in a group with this dragon helmet is ridiculous. It's like at the end of a run single, I'm at like 2,500 to 3,000 coin. And so that's all increase in health, armor, all of that. Whereas here I'm only at 650 because he's been grabbing gold too. Right, the other person, or she. Yeah, I mean, it definitely matters.
You've left the aura.
I have not left the aura. They left the aura. Let's be clear.
Minutes remaining until timeline collapse.
So we're at 33.5% global cooldown reduction, which I think is pretty good. You can see now this is up very frequently. I don't want to wait here for the gold. It'd be nice to get the boss on it too, but I'm not going to worry about that. Booyah. Hey, there we go. We got a blue version of something I've never had. Obviously a good thing. And I just got the notice that lunch is even earlier than I expected. Give me just a second here. I meant to click either. There are not very many people playing out of time right now. That's a shame. Let's see if I can find one to raid, because it's always better to pay it forward. Out of time. Having issues here. Out of time. Out of time. I'd like to go to an English speaking one, but it doesn't. That one says they're playing out of time, but they're not. I guess I am the only English speaker currently playing. Nope. We will raid somebody in a different language. I understand if you don't want to hang out with them, but it is what it is. But I definitely appreciate you guys here. Make sure you follow if you can, and we'll have at it. Raid will be in about 10 seconds here. Sorry about the timing being a little off there. Just closed when it wasn't supposed to. there you go. Looks like they're doing group content. And I really appreciate all of you guys stopping in. And I hope you have a great one. Hope some of you return again next time.